Sweet Korekiyo, calm yourself.
I quit. Are you in slow motion? I'm just gonna let you do this.
Welcome back, everybody.
I thought we were gonna end that bit way sooner, but okay.
Nope.
Welcome back. Danganronpa V3, Killing Harmony.
Welcome back. Whatever. I don't care. I don't know what we're doing.
We've done so many.
Anyways,
videos.
KIYO's guilty of both. I've proved it with my awesome theories. Let's continue.
Right now we're seeing who. Oh, both. Yeah, we know for sure he killed Tenko. Like 99.999% for sure. KIYO killed Tenko, but who killed Angie? Maybe KIYO, but possibly someone else.
It's stupid to speak with 100% confidence in this game.
Yeah.
But it does, the way I understand it, Angie walked in on his trap that maybe he was saving for a rainy day. I don't know.
Right.
I mean, he might not have even known that, what is it? Killing two people wouldn't count. Like, the second one wouldn't count if it's a different killer.
Right.
So, for all he knows, he was probably just waiting until someone did die. And then it got...
Or maybe someone, like... Maybe he set it up for someone else to kill Angie, you know, just so he would be inevitable or, like, you know, invulnerable in the second killing.
That would make sense.
I don't know. I still want to know why he would kill anyone, but we'll see.
Funsies.
There is a non-zero possibility that KIYO is telling the truth.
So you understand how she feels. I see. Wait, robots can understand human feelings?
Really?
Of course I understand. I worked really hard to understand.
Hey, why are you getting all worked up, Kibo? Chill, dude.
That's enough! It's voting time! I'm gonna vote for him!
No, you idiot!
Don't be dumb.
Voting for me will only help the one who murdered Angie.
Isn't KIYO culprit?
For one of them.
Of course I'm not. This case was an error on my part. Monokuma added that rule after both bodies were found, yes? How was I to know that the trial would only be for Angie's killer?
What, did you want to be found guilty or something, or what?
No, he wanted to get out.
I certainly wouldn't have killed Tenko.
True. I guess he doesn't get anything out of killing Tenko then.
Yeah.
Now hold on. Jumping to conclusions here is dangerous.
We should talk it out more. This case might have juicy plot twists waiting to happen.
I think it does.
Nuts to that! Any way you look at this case, KIYO is obviously the culprit. Yeah, there's sort of no other way to look at it.
I agree, but let's figure out how.
It's too dangerous to vote before we arrive at a logical decision.
Yeah. Haven't even done the comic strip minigame.
Wowee! This argument is getting intense. At times like this,
Yeah. The easiest minigame of our lives.
present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds.
Yippee! I've been waiting for this!
What the heck?
Why were you waiting for it?
KIYO confessed to killing Tenko, but insists he didn't kill Angie. We won't forgive KIYO for what he did, but we can't vote until he knows the facts. We know the fact. KIYO knows the facts.
Right.
I have to pin down the evidence and convince everyone.
I almost hope it wasn't KIYO, you know?
How do you even... Ugh. That would be good, though.
It'd make it so cool. Imagine if he survived to the end and he was just like, gosh dang it, I don't want to be here.
I almost did it.
Also, I want it to be one of your voices that did it. I like doing KIYO's voice, especially if he's gonna become Ultra Emo Man.
I do like KIYO a lot.
He's pretty cool. He's like a rational, smart dude.
Yeah.
Vote for KIYO? Oh, now! What? Why is Kaito on the other? Why are the dead people on my side?
They want to vote.
Tenko and Angie.
You guys are stupid.
He forced his way into Angie's research.
Oh, I forgot
lab
to
and
do
killed
this.
her.
That's okay. Let's just listen.
Katana was
Angie.
found in KIYO's lab.
Let's just listen.
We don't
Okay.
know for certain that KIYO killed Angie.
So KIYO did kill Tenko, but he not blackened?
Blackened.
Planning to use the new rule to protect himself all along.
Rule.
Rule.
We solved the mystery of Tenko's death. Can't we just vote now?
I don't know what that one is.
Whichever one is left, because it's the last one.
KIYO's confession was shocking, but we can't be certain he's the Blackened.
Why are Maki and Kaito on the other side?
Because they want to vote for him.
Yeah, that's stupid.
I don't know. We need to match up our ideas and persuade them all at once.
I'm the ultimate detective.
KIYO!
We don't know for certain that KIYO killed Angie.
He forced
Okay.
his way into Angie's research
Lab.
lab and killed her.
KIYO!
Anyone could have entered my lab.
The way we're calling on KIYO for help.
The katana was found
What?
in KIYO's
Katana!
There is no katana.
KIYO!
So KIYO did kill Tenko,
What?
but he not
They're
blackened?
using stupid keywords
Blackened.
now.
He was planning to use the new rule to protect himself all along.
Rule.
Rule.
Not possible. That rule was added after both murders.
We solved the mystery of Tenko's death. Can't we just
Mystery!
vote now? I got
Oh, the crap! I
What
hit
is
the
wrong
wrong
with
button.
you?
I hit the wrong button. I'm sorry. Okay.
He was a fool.
We weren't gonna win it anyway.
Lab and killed her. KIYO killed Tenko and Angie.
KIYO.
We don't know for certain that KIYO
Is that the one you
killed
keep getting
Angie.
wrong?
No, it's this one.
Forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed her.
Because this one's Angie,
Yeah.
not lab. Even though she says lab.
It's probably done on
The
purpose.
katana was found in KIYO's
Lab! Lab!
KIYO!
Is it?
Anyone could have entered my
Yep.
lab.
Awesome.
So KIYO
Okay.
did kill Tenko, but he not blackened?
Blackened.
Blackened.
Okay. Okay.
Second Blackened we need to find.
Yes.
He was planning to use the new rule to protect
KIYO!
Not possible.
Not gonna let you finish.
That rule was added
Yeah, Maki, you're
after both
stupid.
murders.
Now go tell her why,
We
culprit.
solved the mystery of Tenko's death.
I got
Mystery!
Not yet. There's still another mystery to solve.
It's
Jeez, you
really
guys are-
cool to be on the side of the...
Oh crap!
Press Y! Press Y! The sound effects were very much needed there, thank you.
I think so. I think it added.
I agree with you.
It would be a mistake to vote before we've completely solved Angie's murder.
Yeah. What is you guys' problem?
And there's still the mystery of Tenko's murder.
You idiots.
Yeah.
Mystery? What kind of mystery?
Well, KIYO's confession derailed our conversation a bit. But we still have to go over one of the clues found at Tenko's crime scene. I believe it might even have something to do with Angie's murder.
Which one? The multiple floorboards missing?
Yes, the outlying piece of evidence at Tenko's murder scene.
What else did we...
I don't know.
What did we not use? Loose floorboard had blood on it from
Oh,
beforehand.
okay, yeah.
Come on, you're an idiot. Was there something strange about that? I saw something under the floorboards that bothered me when we investigated.
Damn it!
Yeah, that's what I've been...
Yeah, the dried blood, you dingus.
What I'm implying. Dry blood.
Oh, okay.
Jeez.
I'm killing you next, Maki.
The blood stain found under the floor. Maki and I found it during the investigation. It was beneath the floorboard that the culprit stomped on.
Is that Tenko's blood?
No,
No.
it's dry.
That bloodstain was too far from Tenko's corpse to have been hers.
Also, the blood stain was already dry when we found it. But the blood from Tenko's body hadn't even begun to dry yet.
Man, it's a really good thing
Why was
Kokichi
that
tripped,
blood
otherwise
stain always
this
dry one?
trial would be so much harder.
Yeah. The bloodstain under the floorboard was dry because...
It's old.
Though... Yeah, I'm gonna answer this first.
It was
It happened before the seance.
before the seance.
That's
It was my magic.
It makes you
The
wonder...
blood stain wasn't from Tenko's murder.
Yes, Ethan.
You think Kokichi tripping was really just some common accident?
True, if anyone was to see through everything and just trip on it purpose, it
Yeah,
would be him.
because I mean... Okay,
He
let's...
just wants to make it interesting, you know?
Well, let's run with the assumption he's the mastermind. Obviously, the mastermind's going to have an idea of everything that's going on. There's probably cameras everywhere.
Right.
So, doesn't it kind of track where he's like, well, maybe I don't want this to go wrong just yet. I'll give a little tip, you know? Mm-hmm. So, more More ideas.
More things to consider.
Though I still think
It was
Kaido's the
there
mastermind.
Before we started the seance.
Before the seance?
I should make it clear whose blood it was.
Angie.
Yeah.
Obviously, I knew that.
I did
I said
too.
that before the trial even started.
That blood
We
stain
so
wasn't
smart.
I
Tenko's.
thought about it when I was
It was
peeing in the
Angie's.
bathroom.
Why was blood from Angie at the scene of Tenko's murder?
Yeah, wasn't Angie killed in her research lab?
She got another wound we haven't even discussed.
Yeah.
You
Just because
idiot.
we found her body there doesn't mean she was killed there.
Thank you, Maki.
Ah, I guess that's possible.
If Angie wasn't killed in her lab, then that opens up a lot more possibilities. We assumed that only council members could have killed Angie since the body
Oh!
was in her lab.
Oh! KIYO accidentally killed Angie.
You think she died from just hitting her head that hard?
I mean, Kokichi was
Well, the
almost out of...
Monokuma file says the cause of death was the thing in the back of her neck.
Does it, though?
It does. I'll show it to you right now. Victim was killed by a fatal stab wound to the back of the neck.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
Doesn't seem real to me.
So I don't know if the laceration on her forehead would have killed her.
Well, maybe she still walked
I
into
think
something.
you forged that, Gage. It goes against my theory.
Gage just opened up Photoshop for that part.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
But if she died somewhere else, then we can't suspect just the council members anymore.
Wow, it got even harder.
The
Yeah.
culprit didn't enter her lab, but waited for her to come out of it?
I'm not sure if the culprit waited for her, but they probably killed her when she came out. Well, I thought that was more likely from the start. So I went to places Angie might have gone and checked all 3 empty rooms.
Places she might have gone? Why did you check the empty rooms then?
The empty rooms were the only places I could think of that Angie would go.
Did Angie have business in rooms?
It seems Kokichi's up to his usual misleading nonsense again.
And why are you trying to stray us off again?
Yeah, no one trusts you, dude.
Was it you or what?
I do lie a lot, and I could be lying right now too. But I'm pretty sure someone's panicking right now because of my lie.
Who is it?
I don't know.
Is it him?
Yeah, probably. Angie left her lab on her own and headed to the room where she was killed. Is Kokichi's statement true, or...
Darn it, maybe it is KIYO. I wanted it to not be KIYO.
I don't see any other realistic option.
The art research lab
What are we talking about?
is
I don't
not
know.
where Angie was killed.
Okay.
She was killed in the empty room instead.
Why would she go
She
there?
left her lab on her own?
Probably someone with a Necronomicon.
Why would she go into an empty room? There shouldn't have been anything in there.
What's the Necronomicon say? Does it say anything about her room? Burn this to ashes?
Maybe...
Maybe she was about to burn this to ashes there. I don't know.
Oh. Is it possible KIYO wanted it for himself?
The resurrection
She
ritual?
wanted a candle!
A candle!
Oh,
for
to
the-
burn it!
So
Yeah!
awake at
Okay.
night.
No, you idiot, you're so
With her hot
close.
wax on her body.
That sounds like something only you would do, Mew.
That's it!
There.
Yeah!
Nice.
I agree.
You're right for a change.
The first time for everything.
That's it. Angie went to that room to get a candle.
Yeah, for kinky wax play.
No.
No. Angie was going to use it for the ritual.
Maybe after, though.
Maybe.
According to the
She seems the
Necronomicon,
type.
To resurrect
Yeah.
the dead.
After preparing the effigy, burn this Necronomicon to ashes. Use caution. Be mindful of carbon monoxide poisoning.
Then, did she seek out a candle so she could burn the book?
That's right. There's nothing to start a fire with in Angie's lab. So she went to go get a candle from one of the empty rooms.
And that's when the culprit attacked her.
Okay.
That's why there was dried blood underfloor.
Which means Angie was attacked in the same room the seance was held.
That was just by coincidence.
Does that mean she didn't actually trip at all, but they actually did just stab her there? And then
There'd be too much blood to stab her in the back, though. They probably just knocked her out, carried her to her room or her lab or whatever, then stabbed her.
True.
That's what I would think. That's what I would do.
But the duct tape had hair on it, which makes me think it was on her forehead, you know?
It was.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
yeah, that's what I thought.
How'd she get that wound? Did she trip or did they intentionally... Did they
Dude,
shove her?
If you're 6'1", I mean, I assume, and trying to knock someone out, just bang their head against the wall or the floor or something.
Fair enough.
Bravo, Himiko. Well done for choosing that room for the seance. If we hadn't done the seance in that room, then Tenko's murder would have been in another room. If that happened, no one would have discovered Angie's bloodstain under the floorboards.
That's just poor detective work, honestly, but...
That's right.
We didn't have time. We were gonna look.
Michi and I only checked under the floorboards where Tenko died.
Yep, it's all thanks to Himiko for choosing the same room as Angie. This must be a Tua's will. Or maybe the power of magic.
Mmm.
Neither. I just picked one.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. You're all acting as though you've proven that is fact already. You claim Angie was murdered in the empty room, and then moved to the lab? Then how do you explain the large amount of blood in the lab?
You stabbed her in the lab, but you knocked her out in the other room.
It may be possible to carry a body, but blood cannot be moved.
This guy is
I
reaching
think
so
she was
far.
still alive after the attack in the empty room. She was killed after she was carried to her lab.
That means the culprit attacked her twice. I have evidence of that.
What's the question? What does it prove Angie was still alive after being attacked?
Bloody duct tape! Bloody duct tape! Me. Or forehead injury. Or...
I feel like we're not at the tape part. That'll prove, like, why wasn't there a blood trail? So maybe this?
This is it!
Yeah.
This is it! Whatever. Poopichi.
The fatal wound
What?
was
Bro's
attached to the
trying.
back of her neck from the katana. But she also showed signs of blunt force trauma, and I think I know why.
It's so cute. Hers has wings and a halo.
After Angie was knocked unconscious in the empty room, she was killed in her lab.
I see. So that puddle of blood is from the killing blow. Ha! It's all clear now. Angie was attacked in the empty room, carried to her lab, and it was there that the culprit finished her off.
He's gonna be like, why wasn't there a blood trail? Well, there was duct tape, you moron.
All clear. This is all clear. What are you all talking about?
So was his grand... No, I don't know. Why would he kill two people? What's the point of killing two? Was it just
It was probably
to
just
throw them off?
extra misdirection, waste time.
Waste time, I guess.
Because, I mean...
All clear. What is all clear?
Bro, the
and that's why he was
innocent
so
people.
calm before, is he thought he was safe with,
Tenko.
even if they found him out, you know?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because he was.
He was until we connect him to both of them, you know?
Because you know what? How would we even have traced it back to KIYO if he hadn't killed Tenko? If he did kill Angie, which, I mean, yeah. But it's like, was there even that much tracing him to Angie as is?
Depends.
It sounds like this just added a lot of extra fluff. Like, at most, the bloodstain with the candle, but even then, you never knew he had anything to do with that room.
Yeah, you kind of need the case with Tenko to prove that he's the one that made preparations in those rooms.
I mean, unless he was genuinely worried that the seance would work.
Right.
Which even then, he recommended it. But maybe he thought by recommending it before anyone else did. You know what? I think KIYO just dug himself in a hole this entire time.
A little bit.
One, in any chance this seance was real, which I have so many doubts, then someone eventually would have been like, well, why don't we try that, you know? And it would look so suspicious if KIYO was like, no, I don't want to do that this time. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But at the same time, him doing it, if it does work, then Angie's just going to be like, yeah, it was him that killed me.
Right.
And then it's done. So he his own stupid beliefs was like, no, I gotta kill the person in the cage too. So he just, I mean, yeah.
I don't know, yeah.
That makes the most sense to me.
I find a hard time seeing how it could be anyone but him now for Angie, especially with his face he's doing.
Well, all clear. Like, yeah, he's lost it. He's panicking.
What are you? All clear? What are you all? You what? What are?
I will not fear. I will not back down.
Oh my god.
Sweet Korekio, calm yourself.
I quit. Goodbye.
You know what?
Huh?
This was one of the portraits I saw, or the sprites when I was getting it. And when I saw this, I was like, I don't even know. I honestly thought the reveal was like he's secretly a girl the whole time. So like this entire game, I won't lie, I've been thinking like, I think Korekio is a chick actually.
I wondered if they were like a they them, like especially with Kaito's comment, why are you acting like a chick all of a sudden? You know?
Or if it was like maybe like a transgender person, like especially with the memories. That's genuinely something I thought where it's like, because I mean I'm no expert, but a lot of trans people will have that where it's like all of a sudden it's like, whoa, wait, I'm actually like this, you know?
Why does it look like he has boobs all of a sudden?
The eye sees what it wants to see.
Well, it's like matching now with the face.
Yeah.
Their words are all hollow. There is no meaning to any of them.
Is he pretending to be someone else, though? What?
You must teach these ignorant children a lesson.
Yes, you're right. Okay, I'll teach them.
What the hell are you mumbling about? You're giving me the goddamn willies!
I don't know if he got more or less hot, honestly.
Not yet. Nothing is clear at all.
It's full of doubts!
No, can we talk about what just happened?
Of a dense, impenetrable fog! Nothing is clear at all!
Alright, KIYO! Alright!
Alright.
Oh, this again, okay. What's so unclear? Bloody duct tape.
Bloody duct tape,
Angie
easily.
was attacked in the empty room first.
Oh my god, I hate how the aim works.
Research lab?
There you
Impossible.
go.
Impossible.
It'll line up, just give it a minute,
That's
you know?
nothing but a delusion!
Hurry! Hurry!
You're going to poison our minds with your delusions?
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
no delusion. Angie's 2 external wounds tell the story. After she was struck in the empty room, she was carried to the art research lab and then killed.
For real.
You say the culprit carried Angie's body? And
Yeah.
not a single drop of blood fell?
Duct tape.
The hallway and empty room had
There.
no blood stains.
Oh, I hit the other one first, so it blocked it.
You silly goose.
So, you did see blood in the hallway.
He got way more like 1980s spooky Halloween
Hey,
villain.
he's talking differently too.
Okay.
Then why wasn't it smeared all over? Because it's not there, is it? You're just bending the facts to make me suspicious. What kind of detective are you?
I was wrong!
I made a mistake.
I was wrong.
He's
You
innocent.
say the culprit carried Angie's body?
Oh,
And not a
I did
single
not
drop
mean
of
to hit
blood
that.
fell?
What did that
the
do?
hallway and empty room had no
Oh,
blood
no, this
stains.
way. What?
Maybe you're only supposed to hit one of it.
Hold on. I'm kind of stupid.
Oh no!
Oh no.
You say
Is there
the
anything
culprit
else you can
carried
pick?
Angie's body? And not a single drop of blood fell?
Oh, maybe this loose floorboard because
The
it had
hallway
blood
and
on
empty
it.
room had no blood stains.
No?
We gonna die.
What?
It's gotta be bloody duct tape.
The hallway and empty room had no blood stains.
All right, now try it.
There.
No?
What?
Why'd you say there you go?
The
This
hallway
is
and
dumb.
empty room had no
We're
blood
right,
stains.
and this game's wrong.
What? Ow.
Guys,
Say
comment.
the culprit carried Angie's body? And not a
Maybe-
single
hold
drop
on.
of blood fell? The hallway and empty room had no blood stains.
Maybe
Even if
there's
you wipe
another
them
one.
down later, there'd still be traces of evidence left behind. But there was no evidence anywhere.
Okay, there you go. There's a secret hidden one. Wow, why'd you look at me like that?
I got a lazy eye.
Why are you looking at me like I'm stupid all of a
I
sudden?
told you I have a lazy eye.
Under Angie's body.
What?
What? You found my clue? I mean, what?
It was wrapped around her head to stop the bleeding while she was being carried.
I didn't think KIYO, of all people, would get this distraught.
I know.
Bloody tape? Gonta didn't notice at all.
It was under the body. It's most likely evidence the culprit should have gotten rid of.
Yeah, why didn't they?
But since it was hidden, the culprit didn't notice and failed to dispose of it.
Oh, that's why.
It must have fallen as the fatal blow was dealt and ended up under her body.
Must have been
Kind of an
Atua who
oversight.
did that for us.
Don't start this again.
Atua? How long are you going to keep that up?
Now we know most of the mystery behind Angie's murder.
I'm convinced there's only one person who could have killed Angie.
Himiko!
Kaito!
I would just love to click all the wrong ones to see what they say.
Has to be you.
Are you stupid?
It's you, KIYO. You killed Angie.
No!
Honestly, when we were looking at these, it was kind of just between, like, Kaito and him. And it was like...
Well, yeah, like, we thought
I mean,
Himiko...
maybe, like, Tenko, too.
And we thought Himiko for a while. Not very long, though.
If I were to rank it, I would have said, like, Kaito #1, honestly. I suspected him the most.
Well, he was just gone all the time.
Yeah, he was, like, not even there. And his whole, like, I don't like the occult seemed way too convenient, you know?
Right.
But
Still might
KIYO
be.
probably would have been, like, #2. And then probably, like, Tenko #3.
He
and
did.
then Himiko #4.
I wouldn't say he seemed like an obvious one from the start, but once he got into it, it just pointed more and more towards him, which I guess is the point.
I think the Tenko one definitely seemed obvious for him. Just because it's his seance. Oh no, she died during his seance?
Yeah, it's like the first person you'd be like, well, what happened, you know?
But Angie's was like, I don't know. But there you have it.
What the fuck? So it's true.
Well, that was obvious. Such a boring, obvious answer.
You killed both of them. Why did you kill them?
Yeah, I want to know that too.
In
Is it
terms
just
of
the
pure
boring
logic,
basic answer
only
of I
one
want to
victim
leave?
was necessary to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why both of them though?
Why you kill them both?
I think one of the murders was an accident.
An accident?
Was it Angie just tripped?
That's right. It wasn't part of the plan.
Because Tenko sure seemed planned.
Oh, yeah.
Huh? Which one?
Oh! They probably didn't know if it counted. Or he didn't. If one murder was an accident, then you don't know for sure if you did it.
True, so maybe you needed to do a second one to be like, it was me, I swear.
Yeah. The murder that was an accident.
Angie's.
Murder of Angie.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Angie's murder was an accident.
What? Tenko wasn't accident?
That's right. KIYO originally planned to kill someone with a seesaw trick.
Brought it up to us before.
But while he was making preparations in the empty room, Angie walked in. So he decided to kill her in order to keep her from talking.
She just happened to walk in on the culprit setting up and was killed.
Then you should have just stopped there. Once he killed Angie, there was no reason for him to kill Tenko.
Yeah, that still seems pretty intentional.
You only needed to kill one for this game. Killing two is pointless. If you get bonus points for killing more, then sure. Otherwise, it leaves more clues behind.
Which it did.
Why, KIYO? Why you kill two of our friends?
Well, Angie was debatable.
What on earth are you talking about?
Angie, what?
Debatable as a friend.
Debatable, yeah.
No, I'm not the culprit. So why is everyone looking at me like I am? Why? Why are they? Why is it? Calm yourself, Koreki.
I hate that.
Put this thing away. I don't want this lady.
Yes. You mustn't raise your voice. You mustn't stutter. You mustn't lose composure. You mustn't become
Why is it zooming in so
You
much?
mustn't waver. Look at their horrid faces.
Ew.
This sorry lot is not worth agonizing over.
Ew. Blocked.
Right. Yeah. You're right.
There he goes again. What the hell's wrong with him?
It almost seems like he's talking with someone.
They have like split personality disorder.
I've seen people allude to his
Talking to
sister.
himself.
Yeah.
Why the hell
So I
is he
assume
wearing
this is
lipstick?
that. Or
It's like
something
sister
like that.
persona.
Yeah.
No matter how loudly you protest, this is a trivial matter. I will never acknowledge your allegations. Not a single one of them. So you see, there is no evidence that I killed Angie.
Now I play the boss fight rhythm game.
Yeah.
No, I will not acknowledge it. I will only acknowledge facts, true events. I won't acknowledge fiction, mystery. I won't acknowledge your deductions or guesses.
Well said. Good job, Correcchio.
Get your guy. You guys gotta get someone supportive like that in your life. Seriously.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, you know.
Kiss me the fuck out!
Me is the true voice of reason.
A little bit. No evidence. There's no evidence that he killed Angie.
You're wrong. There is evidence.
What? You do realize bluffs like that won't work, yes?
The weapon that was used to knock Angie unconscious in the empty room. That weapon tells us the whole story, Kiyo.
Weapon that was used to knock her unconscious.
The floorboard.
Oh, did he just pick it up and whack her with it?
If he was making preparations, it was probably just sitting there already.
I guess that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not possible. I think you may have misunderstood. Apologize. Come on, apologize.
Apologize.
Apologize. Apologize. Apologize.
Apologize. Apologize, apologize. Apologize, 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 apologize.
Seriously, what the hell's happening?
Can we just vote him now?
Yeah.
Do I have to put it all together for you guys? I mean, you can kind of tell, right?
Yeah, I don't know if there's much more we need here. I have no idea what's happening with Kiyo,
Kill him.
but I know what weapon he used on Angie. I have to prove it to him.
Rhythm game. I suck at rhythm games. Oh my god. What is
I have nothing
this?
to admit.
Oh, the hold ones.
You are simply wrong.
There you go, you can do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not the culprit.
Ethan, you commentate. I gotta
So I have
focus.
nothing-
Remember, you can use your focus to make this easy, I think.
I have nothing
No,
to
that's for
admit.
babies.
But,
You are simply wrong.
this is cool. I'm glad it was Corey Kiyo.
I'm not
I was hoping it would be two different people because I thought it would be really
Yes.
cool if he's just living with us after he failed.
I have nothing.
Right.
Err. Oh, his mask is falling off.
your logic. That's merely a delusion.
He's talking to us about delusions, really?
This debate is meaningless.
What the? I'm doing it like just a second too early.
You're not hitting any of them.
There we
Merely
go.
a
There you
delusion.
go.
Well said, Correcchio. To continue
Well
this
said,
debate is
Correcchio.
meaningless.
Correcchio? Is that how you're supposed to pronounce it?
Orecchio?
I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that?
Prove it.
You're all wrong, not me.
Oh, that was close. That was close.
I'm good. I'm good.
Apologize. Apologize.
Oh shoot!
You gotta apologize, Gage.
I've never been good at rhythm games, guys.
You have not.
So why are you looking at me like that?
Why do you agree every
You're
time I
all
say
wrong,
something
not me.
derogatory or like
Correcchio
demeaning
speaks
to
the
myself?
Such a
I'm a
sorry
speaker
lie.
of truths.
I'm just goofing. I don't know.
Exactly.
What is this?
Apologize.
He's using his ability.
Apologize.
What?
Use your ability. Use your
I
ability.
am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that?
See?
You're all wrong, not me.
Correcchio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lie.
Okay.
Apologize. Apologize.
How long does this last?
You're almost out. You're out now.
Apologize. I told you.
Oh
I am
my
not
god,
the
I hate his
culprit.
abilities so
Why
much.
are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong.
Gage. There you go. You got it.
Okay.
You have
Okay.
no proof that Correcchio is the
Floor.
killer.
Removed floorboard.
Remove floorboard.
It ends here.
Awesome. Okay. I did not need to see that one.
I actually got to see his normal face though.
Kiyo hit Angie with the same
A little ugly.
floorboard used in the seesaw
Ye-
trick.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get more.
I see. And how do you know the floorboard was the murder weapon?
Bloodstain!
There was a
I
small
put
patch
blood
of
on it
dried
earlier.
blood on the underside
what?
of the floorboard.
Angie's blood?
Blood that spattered there when the culprit struck Angie with the board. But that's not the only evidence that she was hit with that floorboard. There's also the blood stain under the floor to consider. For that to be there,
Oh, it would have dripped.
the floorboard must not have been in place at the time of the attack.
Or not.
Good point. Had the floorboard been in place, her blood wouldn't have splattered beneath it.
True. God dang this game, man.
KIYO's earlier confession is further evidence that the floorboard was used.
How?
If the weapon used to hit Angie is the floorboard from the seesaw trick,
It means the culprit knew about the seesaw, so the same person killed Tenko and Angie.
Kill him. Okay. Normally I like to hear what the killer's... such a long
He had
stream.
some strong lungs, man.
Normally I like to hear what the killers say after, you know, the trial, but this time I don't care. Just kill him.
You ready for him to die?
Yeah, I've seen enough.
Bunk.
I believe that while KIYO was setting up the seesaw, he was holding the board when Angie walked in.
And he cold-cocked her with the floorboard.
Nice.
all you can do now is accept it. You even confessed to Tenko's murder already.
What's true? This is the truth.
Sucks, but yeah. Had to be one of us.
Looks like he's handling it well.
Almost at the end.
Yeah, he seems chill.
All right, Shuichi. I'll leave the finale to you.
Bring down the house.
You've done nothing this trial, Kaito. I don't know what you're talking about.
Emotional support.
It's all he's good for.
If even.
For Angie and Tenko's sake. End this class trial.
I got you.
I understand. I'll go over everything one more time.
My favorite part.
I want you to confess. No, I will force you to confess.
All right.
Closing argument. Who is the culprit with the saw in the empty room?
KIYO?
We don't have that yet, so... What weapon knocked Angie unconscious, though? Board.
Floorboard.
Boom. Bingo. Sorry,
I hate
Angie.
that it's red circles are like, Japan's like, good job, you got it right.
What was compressing the injury? Duct tape.
Mm-hmm.
Stuck duct tape. Ta-da. Yeah, it bothers me too. What weapon killed Angie? Removed the gold leaf katana.
Yeah, it looks right.
Sure. Whose effigy was stabbed?
Kaede. Rest in pieces.
Don't know yet. The handle of the spinning katana
Shut the
hit
door.
the lock.
Or
With
whatever.
the sliding lock. Easy. When Angie's body was found, who unlocked the door?
Yeah, this is a pretty good plan for such an improvised murder.
Yeah, it was, honestly.
And it would have probably been untraceable had he just left it there.
Right. Here's a rock.
I really don't understand why he didn't just leave it there. Like, do you really have that much faith in your little...
We might find out, but yeah, I don't know. It seemed like without Tenko's, it would have been so hard to figure it out.
Yeah.
What weapon did the culprit set up on the iron cage?
The little hatchet thing? Whatever
Scythe.
it was. Yeah.
Sickle? There we go. Just need one more. Who besides Kokichi was responsible for extinguishing the candles? Me.
This was I.
How's the culprit?
There you
Salt. And now we've unlocked the rest. Shuichi extinguishes
There
the
you go.
flame. There we go. Oh my god, we are breezing through this one.
Yeah.
Stompar on the floorboard. Stabbed Kaede's effigy. Footsteps contaminating the scene. Cut cross piece under the floor. Kokichi's lockpicking. So, when the culprit approached the cage, they did...
Stomp hard on the floorboard.
Seems right. How did the magic circle get erased?
Just
Footsteps.
everybody.
Everyone walked all over him. Who unlocked the door? Kokichi! Oh my god, I'm speedrunning.
You're doing good.
Whose effigy was stabbed? Not mine. And don't gotta read it. Goodbye.
This is the truth of the case.
Dang, I don't think we've ever done one that fast.
No, that was record time.
Let's look back at the first murder. It was late last night. The culprit was in the empty room on the 4th floor. The culprit was preparing the seance murder they had planned.
It would have been so obvious if he had only done Tenko's,
He
though.
used the floorboard as a
Yeah, honestly.
seesaw. They had to cut the cross.
I can't believe that was his original plan.
Yeah, his improvised plan was better.
The plan was to make the same preparations for all 3 empty rooms. This would divert suspicion away from the culprit and whoever picked a room. To cut the cross pieces, they needed a saw. I imagine they got one from the warehouse. They were planning to cut the cross pieces in all 3 rooms.
Okay. She looks so innocent, but she was
However,
not very
when the
good
culprit was
herself.
working on the middle room, the unexpected happened. Angie walked into that room and saw the culprit making their
I
preparations.
wonder, when do you think Korikyo planned to do this all anyways? Because if he wanted to do the cage dog thing with us beforehand, it was way before he did all this.
Yeah, I'm sure he's had this cooking up in his Walter White brain for a while.
But I wonder what inspired this, or when, or who it was meant to be. I don't know.
I still want to know his true reason, because usually it's more than just,
To
I want to
leave.
get out of here.
Yeah.
She needed some fire for the ritual and had gone to the room for a candle. At that point, the culprit had not finished the setup and was just cutting cross pieces.
He looks so nervous.
I bet they
Angie
were.
might not have concluded that it was tied to some kind of murder plan. But now that Angie had seen it, the culprit couldn't use the seesaw trick. Any other person might have just given up, but not our culprit.
Bonk.
Wow,
Culprit
so
took
they
the floorboard they loosened and struck the unsuspecting Angie in the
so
head.
they saw each other. She was like, whatever. And then he just turns around and whacks her.
Yeah, well, because it would have ruined his plan, I guess.
Just make a different plan, dude.
For real.
The culprit did not want to give up on their plan and had to improvise.
Dang.
Wow.
They wrapped duct tape around Angie's
Why didn't you
injury
do
to
it
stop the
under
bleeding.
the bangs?
Yeah, that would have probably saved you some trouble.
Then they picked up her unconscious
Also, shouldn't her
body
hair be
and
bloody
carried
then?
her to a research lab.
I mean, it was.
No, but yeah, but from a different thing.
While she was unconscious, the culprit hurried to tie up this loose end.
It's always the
Because they were
smallest
in a
piece of
hurry,
evidence that,
they
like,
made
incriminates
crucial
him.
oversight. They didn't notice the duct tape had peeled off and was under Angie's body.
Literally shows him tearing it off in that panel right up there.
Without
Yeah.
that evidence, we may never have figured out the culprit's trick.
Okay.
It must be like terrifying to be a culprit at this
Carrying
like
the supplies
stage.
they needed,
Yeah.
The culprit returned to the ultimate
Why would you
art
even let
lab,
him say all this?
Yeah.
locked the front door from inside, and took out the katana they brought from their own lab. They then stabbed
Wow.
Angie in the back of
That's
the neck,
brutal, man.
finally killing her. Then, to further confuse us, the culprit attempted to make a locked room mystery. First, they used rope from the warehouse.
I mean, it was
and hung
smart,
4
just-
effigies upside
Yeah.
down.
I mean, I will say this is one of the trials I've been the most confused by overall.
I love the animations.
For this,
Poor
to
Kaede.
overwhelm the room with an
It's not
occult
really her.
atmosphere. And the other was the key to locking the room. The culprit stuck the katana into Kaede's effigy near the rear entrance. and spun the effigy around to twist up the rope. After enough turns, the culprit let go and headed for the rear door. Once released, the effigy began spinning, and the gold leaf katana with it. The handle of the katana then hit the sliding lock, locking the door. A difficult trick, but remember that the lock was so loose it moved at the slightest touch. The culprit also would have had the opportunity to attempt it many times. Once complete, the door was locked, but the duct tape was left behind. Perhaps the culprit noticed it, but by that point, it was too late. The room was sealed. There was no way for them to get back inside.
Man. So pointless, too.
Yeah, I mean...
Then, this morning, we opened up the room and discovered Angie's body.
Just sucks, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Why do we look so confident in that?
We
But
were.
the culprit wasn't finished. They wanted one more murder.
But why?
To do that, they manipulated us into performing this seance.
I'm honestly, what I'm most surprised by is that both Kaito and Maki have lived this far. Like...
Yeah, Kaito seems like
you would think with their whole, like, training thing and, like, becoming a cool friend trio...
I'm surprised Shuichi lived this long. He's obviously like the backbone of these trials, so you think if you're gonna do a murder, you'd take him out first.
I mean, yeah, it's just the most logical person to take out.
Right.
There's really not many other smart people in these trials. Like in Danganronpa 1,
the middle one was chosen for the seance.
you have the ultimate detective, Kyoko, and also Byakuya, who are very smart and helpful in the trials. Danganronpa 2, you have Nagito and Chiaki, who are both very smart in the trials. In this game,
I disagree with you.
I mean, like, Kokichi's smart, but he's more like he's his own kind of smart, you know?
Yeah, but I think if it came down to brass tacks, he absolutely would have this solved.
I mean, sure, but he's not, like, contributing. Like, he is... It's hard to tell with him. What I'm saying is it's less obvious with him.
So you know what the issue is, though?
Huh.
He wants to be entertained.
Yeah.
So he's not going to give all the facts that he understands and the right answers right away.
Right.
I think to survive and be entertained further down the line, he absolutely would.
Mm-hmm.
But until then, he's just going to keep playing. And plus, with Shuichi in the picture, that's like pretty much his love interest.
But even besides that, I mean, is there really anyone else that is that smart?
Maki. Yeah, Maki, you're stupid.
She just bandwagons off of Shuichi a little bit.
I don't know.
None of them are, like, as smart, though. Like, there's smart ones, you know?
Yeah, but that's the point.
But none of them are... You play as the smart guy this game, is my point.
I still think Kokichi's probably equal in general intelligence.
I mean, probably, but that's just because he can see through so many things. And also, he's probably just the mastermind.
Yeah, probably. It's a pretty strong theory.
I was invited by Kokichi to take Kibo's place in the seance.
But you know what? That's probably on purpose on Kokichi's part. He probably knew something was up.
Imagined it would get her killed.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
Wouldn't be surprised.
To perform the seance, the culprit claimed they needed something for Tenko. A small stone that Himiko had brought from the courtyard. Tenko, at the culprit's request, bowed her head until it was touching the stone.
Man, that sucks for
That
Tenko,
position
though.
was instrumental in making sure the murder went as planned.
Yeah.
Can we bring her back, please?
Next, Kokichi and I placed the iron cage over Tenko in the middle of the magic circle. The culprit then volunteered to drape the white cloth over the iron cage. We didn't realize it at the time, but that was a deliberate decision by the culprit.
Makes sense why he said, like, it has to be in the right order.
Right.
They needed to set up the murder weapon that was used to kill Tenko. while they were covering the cage with
Still
a
seems
cloth,
like such a
they
weird.
secretly placed
Not
the
so sure
sickle.
about that one.
Yeah.
Finally, 4 of us placed the wooden statue on top of the cage. The culprit used the weight of the statue to keep the murder weapon in place.
Okay.
After the preparations were complete, we began the seance.
So sad. Now we're all
Darkness,
singing.
We each stood in one corner and sang the Caged Child song. When the song finished, the soul of the dead was supposed to enter the medium. But our culprit had another plan, to commit a murder in the darkness. Right after we started singing, the culprit began making their way toward Tenko. It would have been quite difficult to do in total darkness, but our culprit had a guide.
Salt.
They used the lines of the magic circle drawn with salt. The culprit felt for the salt and used it to guide them along. And when the culprit reached the center of the circle, they found the floorboard that had its crosspiece cut off the night before.
Stomped on it.
They lifted up their foot and stomped down hard on the floorboard.
So
Cold, man.
brutal, too.
The floorboard lifted up like a seesaw.
You know what is also kind of dumb? Killing them both in the back of the neck just automatically, like, is like, these seem connected.
Yeah,
I
even
mean-
though that wasn't the intention.
You could have stabbed Angie somewhere else instead, you know? I would've
Stab her in
stabbed
the gut. Or make it like messy. Like this looks so clean, so make the other one a total mess.
Yeah, but stabbing them both in the back of the neck makes it look like it was done by the
And
same
pushed
person.
Tenko's body up toward the ceiling of the cage. Tenko was stabbed in the back of the neck by the sickle on the top of the cage.
What a painful place to get stabbed, too.
She was killed right before our eyes, and we didn't even see it.
Yeah. I can't imagine the whole neck area
After
anywhere that would
committing
just
the crime,
hurt.
The
Yeah.
culprit followed the salt back to their corner.
What happened?
Finished the ritual and had us light the candles.
God, that...
We followed the
rough.
culprit's directions.
Poor Tech. I
Turn
wanted
the
to...
HUD
I
off
thought-
for a
For the
second.
seance.
I wanted to see if you could see the holes near Himiko's corner.
Oh. I really thought Tenko would be one of the ones to live to the end, too. She gave me those vibes, you know?
I just know it's gonna be
Discovered
Samugi.
Tenko's body.
It's because she's so plain. That's how you know it's her.
And while we were all focused on the body, the culprit picked up the sickle and dropped it under the floor through the hole in the corner of the room.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Crazy we wouldn't have, like, seen him do that, but...
Ironically, the final step of the murder was unwittingly carried out by us. The culprit had planned the murder so that we would unintentionally destroy some evidence.
Which is kind of stupid for all of us for just running and being like, I'm gonna step on the circle.
That evidence was the magic circle that the culprit used to navigate in the dark. However,
That is so
the
creepy.
culprit didn't know that KIYO had taken a picture. He really saved us. Without that, we wouldn't know what changes were made to the circle.
Couldn't have just remembered.
But now we know for
I
certain.
didn't remember.
And we know the culprit drew
I
the magic
thought I
circle.
remembered.
Well,
So, you know.
you
But
think
if you're
that would've been
actually
enough?
standing there, you know, in person,
Kurekyo Shinguchi, the ultimate anthropologist. You're the culprit behind these murders.
wow. Got him.
got him.
Got him. It's always such a long sequence where you don't really say
Detective work
anything, you
leads
know?
us.
It all fits.
You let it speak for itself, you know?
Yeah.
I like this music.
You say that every time this music comes on.
Well, I keep forgetting it comes on. It's only come on 2 other times.
It's good music.
It is good music.
Thank you for watching this episode, everybody.
Yes.
My God, what was this, like the 6th episode we recorded, and they're all like 45 minutes long?
Some of them are like an hour. This one's an hour.
Yeah.
But I do have some really good news.
Your boy's sleepy. What?
KIYO's the one that I was spoiled on.
I figured.
Did you figure? Was I obvious? I thought I did a good job. I
don't think you were obvious.
Do you just know me too well?
Well, maybe.
Maybe.
He just struck me as the type. So honestly, this is gonna sound really weird, but when you mentioned that you saw a spoiler of a character's like whatever portrait, for some reason KIYO showed up in my brain. Him specifically showed up in my brain. And I was just like, there's probably KIYO.
All right.
Is that weird?
No, I could see that. I
don't know. He looks just evil, just straight up. Like,
do you know what I thought for the longest time?
Huh.
So I heard that song and I saw that picture from the execution. It's literally just the close-up of him with his mask there.
Okay.
So I don't know what happens for the execution, not that it matters that much.
Right.
And I thought, because I heard the voice lines he said was in that like dumb mashup. Where it's like, it's all or whatever, blah, 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 right? And I thought it was Terry for the longest time.
Oh, yeah. Don't they have the same voice actor, though?
Right. Because I remember hearing that and I'm like, who is that? I don't remember. Because this is like right when we finished Danganronpa 2, you know? So I go and look up, I'm like, who is that? So I look through all the Danganronpa 2 like trials or whatever. And then I hear that voice and I'm like, oh, I don't remember him saying that, but whatever. So, and then I didn't even think about it until like after Hifumi's trial or whatever.
It's Kirumi.
Kurumi's trial.
You said that in a comment too. You called them like Hifumi in a comment. And I'm like, Ethan.
I keep forgetting their name. I'm sorry. They're not that memorable.
No, they're not. They're pretty boring.
But so yeah, I'm glad that's all, and I'm praying that I don't have that happen again.
Yeah. I literally know nothing else about this game. I mean, I didn't even for this trial. But KIYO definitely seemed like the type. The only spot where I think you gave it away a little bit, or I don't even know if you gave it away, but my brain started being like, oh, he knows.
Okay.
Is when he revealed himself to be the killer of Tenko, and then you were a little too confident, I think, that he was also the killer of Angie.
Well, and also, I pretty much pieced it all together, though, didn't I?
I mean, yeah, but there was still definitely room for there to be someone else, too.
True. Well, now I know for the next spoiler.
For the next trial. I already know who it is, by the way. I will say I do know who the next trial's killer is.
Do you really?
No, that's a complete
I was going to say, what? Okay.
Yeah, no, so we're like, what, halfway through this game? The rest of it, completely blind for both of us. That's good. I'm glad that... I was hoping it was the next one for you.
Yeah.
Because if it was like the last trial, I'd be like...
Well, I figured KIYO, there's no way it's one that's like later, you know? I had my guesses, because I genuinely didn't know for a while. Like, I didn't, because of course I don't know when it was.
Well, he just doesn't seem like a big enough character to be one of the later ones, you know?
Exactly. So as it kept going and going, and honestly, even without it, I think I would have come to like the exact same conclusions at the same time.
I mean, yeah.
Like, this was not that subtle of one. It was just, everything was such a mess, it took forever to piece it together.
I wonder who's going to be next now. We're already down to
Do you want to make predictions and bets?
Predictions and bets.
That's right.
Himiko, I don't think is... Okay, I feel like for every prediction for everything, next killer, who did it, you know, who's gonna die next, we always say Himiko, like, every time.
It should. You'd think it would be Himiko.
She does seem like very much the type, but she just kind of seems to survive everything always.
She does, like, she absolutely seems like the type that die first, you know?
Right. But maybe she'll make it to the end. I don't know. She surprised me every single time, so...
True.
Maki or Kaito are just always on the table, because I keep being surprised one of them doesn't die, considering how, like, close to the main character they are.
I would not be surprised if Maki ends up a killer.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't expect it.
I wouldn't be surprised if either of them ended up a killer.
Well, Kaito especially. We've gone through all that before. But Maki does seem like the type who's going to be like, you know, it's a nice, pretty idea that Kaede and Shuichi have, but it's not going to work, so I'm getting out of here.
Right. Miyu strikes me as the type that'll probably be here the whole time, and everyone's not gonna like that she's here the whole time.
I hope she sticks around the whole time.
Sumugi, I don't even know. Either she's just gonna get killed, or she'll be here till the end.
She'd make a good killer, though.
She would, I don't know. Unless she has some big personality switch, I don't know if she has it in her.
Yeah.
But then again,
Gonta?
Depends on the motive that they present. If they present a really good motive, then it's like, maybe she has a really dark, cool backstory and a really good reason to kill. I don't know.
Gonta for sure is going to get killed. I'm pretty confident on that. He's just going to bite the big one. He definitely seems like the type.
I don't think he would kill, but yeah, maybe get killed.
Right.
Kibo, I don't know. Kibo, I feel like could get killed.
I could see Kibo killing, honestly.
I mean, yeah,
like,
he lacks the, like, empathy side, so, you know.
I mean, he has a lot of moments where he's like, I'm just like you guys, but then, like, something will happen, and it's not very big, but it's just enough to make you think, like, you're not on the same playing field as us.
Okay, assuming the game comes down to 2 people, who are the last 2? Obviously, Shuichi's one of them.
Even that, you don't know, though.
Who's the last one?
Probably Kokichi.
Imagine you're just stuck with Kokichi.
I mean, if I had to guess, that would make sense.
It would. I mean, it kind of suck, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
that's it.
That's it. We'll continue this trial in the next episode.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for watching.
This trial's been a lot of fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed it as much as we have. I know some commenters said it was...
Not
like, they almost said it
well,
like
to be fair, we haven't even seen, like, his reasoning or anything, so maybe my opinion of this trial will change after I see more about what happens next.
That's very true, but I know some of you guys were like, especially in the Discord, like, I don't really like this one so much. And I definitely don't know if it's my favorite. I do like it a lot, though, I won't lie. This one and, like, the last one are pretty equal for me.
Yeah.
But the first one was a really good switch of expectations, so we'll see what the next...
I'd say I like the last trial more, just because my theory was right and I felt smart. The whole zipline thing, and I was like, that makes sense.
Yeah, there's no bias in that one, is there?
No, there's plenty.
But yeah, I'm exhausted, so I'm ending this.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Leave your thoughts. Maybe save your detailed thoughts for the next one once we've seen everything. But,
yeah.
But anyways.
Sorry if we've been sleepy and, you know, stupid.
The characters talk for us. I'm not stressing.
Yeah, trial episodes are easy. They'll say everything.
Yeah.
But see you next time, guys.
Goodbye.
Look forward to Korikiyo's execution, either this next episode or the one after that.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
Toodles.
Oodles of noodles.